And now we are talking about our human existence and how it is. It is precious or not precious. And also we are researching our the statement and opportunities and which kind of do have ability. And it says, and in a doubt, or we can to say our human existence endowed with the 8 freedoms and 10 advantages, and then we call the precious human existence because we have opportunity to practice Dharma. That means we have such knowledge about the right and wrong, and then it's through this knowledge we can to develop positive way the body, speech, mind to getting more and more receive happiness. And also when we have this such knowledge through the Dharma listen, and we understood the defects of the negative movement or negative actions, body, speech, mind, then we can more and more reduce, to decrease, and to make kind of diminish. And also we will in the future lesser receive the sufferings, and also we want to purify completely our unhappiness and sorrows. Therefore, we are talking about how it is our human existence, and also it's these 10 advantages. 5 is related to our own individual perspective, and 5 is circumstantial, and the others depends. Therefore, today we're talking about faith, and also having the ability to turn your or our mind to the Dharma, as you are doing now, constitute the advantage of the faith. Without faith or the devotion or the interest to the Dharma, then it's difficult to practice. We should to have faith, trust, interest to Dharma. If we have trust, interest to the Dharma, then we have great advantages because we can easily, happily study Dharma. Because these 5 advantages need to be completed with regard to one's own situation. Make up, they are called the 5 individual advantages. And also sometimes we should to memorize the Nagarjuna's quotations. Is be born a human, it is a central place with all one's faculties, without a conflict lifestyle, and with faith on the Dharma. And these 5, it is the advantages according to the individual. And the practice of the real, authentic Dharma, it is absolutely necessary to be human beings. And without human beings is very much difficult. And here is the comparison, examples. Now suppose that we or you or everybody did not have the support of a human forms, and but had the highest form of life in the 3 lower animals, that of an animal. it is animal is the more highest than the lower animals. Like animal realm is more higher than the hell, more higher than the hungry ghosts. And therefore, animal is like more freedom than the hell and the hungry ghosts. When we look at the direct, it's seeable, touchable, and hearable, those animal realms. And that of on animals, even the most beautiful horse, elephant, and many different days, antelopes, and the highest priced, very expensive animals known to the men. And it's like dogs, cats, or maybe it's like very elegant, very beautiful, very nice, very powerful. If someone said to you, or to telling to them, say on mani padme hum, sure, once if you can to say, and you will be enlightenment, and they will become a Buddha. You would be quite incapable of the understanding his word or grasping the meaning of the word. You'll be able to utter the words. And even it's like some humans we say is true that there's animals. You are very elegant, you're beautiful. If you purport to say that one single mani mentor or mani padme hum sure, and you will be immediately to be the enlightened man. Those animals cannot to understand incapably, and also it is the cannot grasping the word, of course the meaning, and unable to say even this word. And in fact, even if you will die of the cold, you could be unable to think of anything to do but lying in a heap wherever a man, no matter how weak. And like kind of those animals, it we can to say is like, and if they die, if they like kind of through the hardship of the cold, heat, middle, any kind of situations, kind of they are to do nothing but lying in a heap to maybe it is like kind of to bear up that. And meaning is like last time I told you, these lamas ask to our Westerns, when you're happy, what do you think? When you are suffering, what do you think? This is not really to everybody, ordinary people. And also it's like, and you're happy? Yeah, I'm happy, or that's all. Or are you suffering? Yes, I'm pain. But there's not a kind of the different to way of the thinkings. And if we are happy, maybe we can to say is thinking, oh, my happiness is not coming without cause. I need to think about the cause of my happiness. Now I'm happy. I need more constant happiness, the cause of happiness, how I can to create, how I will do. Oh, now I'm suffering. It is suffering to recognize, to thinking about the cause of the sufferings, how I can to avoid in the futures. I understand the suffering comes from the cause. Which kind of cause? And then we are really, it's like completely different than the normal creatures. And normal creatures, when they are like kind of result, just eat that. Which kind of cause, which kind of conditions, It's occurred. They don't know. In the futures, they cannot kind of think about. Present situations cannot give nothing educations. Just to be at that. That is the most very important to think. In the human existence, there are someone's like this. Yeah, I'm happy. Are you thinking about the cause of the happiness? What I need to think? Okay, it's happy. And also I'm suffering. Can you to do something? No, I don't want to do any religious perspective. Then what? Okay, I will suffering. Maybe take medicine, go to doctor, medicine, some food, some different. But there still is like kind of of course, human beings. It's to kind of find solution, but not very profoundly. And for example, we have the Dharma educations. I'm sick, I'm suffering. To recognize, to fully understand that, and this one is not comes without the cause. Which kind of cause? Maybe in my previous incorrect attitude, incorrect conduct, surely causing that. And then what I need to do like right now, I want to create more the cause of happiness, to avoid more the cause of the sufferings. That is more advantageous wisdoms that we need to think. Here is the unable to think about anything to but lie on the hips. There are on man, if whereas men, we are human beings, no matter how weak, any kind of weak or any kind of the humans would know how to shuttle in a cave or under a tree. Even this kind of weekend to searching, and would gather wood and make a fire to warm his face and hands, to show into the fire, to make a little bit, to taking care. Animals not like this. If animals are incapable of even such simple things, cannot to do it, and therefore the human existence more profound, more we understood the human is precious. How could they even conceive of the practice Dharma? Even this kind of situations, no, it is like they can't do nothing. There is some histories in Tibet, and half is the Yeti, half is the gorillas, and half is, or quarter is the bear. We don't know really bear, or we don't know really Yeti, we don't know really gorillas, but there are some animals. And then one person, he was in the shepherd, and then it's like suddenly this animal, very powerful, came, catched. He was so scared, of course, it's very strong, but catched, but very gentle. And person thought, oh, I'm going to, this animal's going to eat immediately. But don't eat, he put in the shoulder and carries. And then he think, he need to bring into his nest. And he took in the nest, but there are another one another one's making noise like this. And then he put there, but there are many like kind of fresh, like animals, meat, something. And he put there, but they didn't kill. And then what is this person thinking? Is this Yeti or this, what they want? And then very careful, and then he's like kind of not really look direct in the face, and showing very sympathetic, and he looked at the other ones. And the other ones like a noise, a cry, and like something. But then this person look, on other ones here is like one piece of the wood enter inside, damage it. And then it's like a big swallow, and then it's cry. And kind of the other ones showing to kind of help. And then he's going to near and to catch the other one's like feet. And of course he needed to take out. But he slowly and to take very quickly to take out, of course, he beat it very much the yetis. He's become unconsciousness. But he took out this one and he woke up and both, of course, didn't killing and the other one is blood but lesser pain. And then it's like just lying and nearby him. And he woke up, and he, of course, not died, but both is like kind of very sympathetic, kindly looking. Other one is like this. And like this, there's big histories. And then it's like present something, meat or something. And then it's this other one is getting a little bit better, 1 or 2 days. And then this atheist took again, where he took this thief, in the mountain, in the shepherd, he bring back to put there and to look and kind of to say bye-bye. And he run, look a little bit, he go back. And what I'm saying is like, but these animals to this like small piece of the wood inside, even this kind of sickness cannot to avoid, just to be there. And if this not the humans, but cannot, it's like how to take out. I mean, it's like those animals like such kind of thinking about suffering, thinking a little bit, but it's completely different the human existence. And sometimes really like to look the YouTubes, there is one bear I saw, and one frog falling into the water and say, I said, bears look, and they are like these birds really underwater, almost dying. And then certainly bears his hand give and pulling outside the water and leave there, not killing. Poor birds. Okay, now you are not dying. I mean, some animals have some inner, like kind of how about some feeling of the suffering, happiness, but they haven't got much. How do you say? It's like capacity or the coding that their bodies, and therefore our human existence is really like completely different. And what we are talking, this kind of conversations, and we need to recognize our body, our situation. There's some conditions why we need to complain, why we need to cry, why we need to say something. Say, I'm human existence. And according to this human existence, what I need to do now to practice dharmas means to making something to correct, to make more and more happiness. No, we don't do nothing, desperate, like sometimes say, oh, I'm sick, what can I do? Maybe to do something. No, I can't do nothing. My mind is completely desperate. No, there's something problems here. This is not very good. It is says like, one is like something problem, we need to do something. For example, we say it's like in our house, or very dirty and very uncomfortable. Then we say the whole the families, don't live like this. Everybody to act, everybody to do something, to make nice. Why not? Even your like a house is old, a little bit dirty, but we can to clean and to make nice, a little make cousins here. And like this, some is different circumstances is coming. Of course, there's different circumstances in our life. And also it's like clean a little bit, to make happy, to make nice. Of course, to do the Dharma, to really do Dharma means to practice the positive things as much as we could. generate bodhicitta, to stop the killing, stealing, and also is the try to the meditate, development mind, and also development the verb to recitation as much. This kind of, and also is as much as we can to involve in the six transcendent perfections. These are the bring to the happiness. That is we need to think about.